In 2000, when she voted in her first election, she felt alone because she didn't think that there were other Black Republicans out there. Well, in 2024, she believes that her community has grown. AJ Yvette has been a hairstylist for more than 2 decades.
There, see what I'm saying?
That's also how long she has been affiliated with her political party. When she turned 18, she was excited to vote for the first time. It was a turning point for her then, where she drew the line in the sand, letting her faith be her guide.
I was going to vote Republican because I'm a Christian before I'm anything. Like, I'm a Christian before I'm Black. I'm a Christian even before I'm an American. I'm a Christian, you know. I love the Lord.
Yvette is a precinct chair for the Dallas County Republican Party, where members recently elected the first Black man as its leader of their political organization.
For the longest time, the Dallas County Republican Party has been irrelevant in the minority community.
I think there are more Black people waking up to the fact that they are conservative. They always were, but for whatever reason, they fail to understand it.
Political experts say there has been a notable shift within the Black community when it comes to political leaning over the years.
In every ethnicity, men are at least a bit more likely to be Republican than women. But among Black voters, it's large, where you've got, Trump winning maybe the typical 10% or so among Black women, but winning as much as a third of the vote among Black men in some polls.
Southern Methodist University political science professor Matthew Wilson says many voters of all races, specifically men, like the fact that Trump projects strength, self-assurance, and confidence. Skill sets some Republicans like Yvette say is needed now in the White House.
Lisa's throwing me a going away party.
She is one of the 161 delegates elected to represent Texas in the Republican National Convention. It's her first time going. All that's left for Yvette to do is to decide what she's going to wear.
Me being from Texas, I don't know, I might wear my Make America Texas again.
In Dallas.
This is the front.
Blessing Iwuchukwu, Spectrum News.
For everybody, all the critics.
To say AJ Yvette enjoyed herself at the Republican National Convention would be an understatement.
Last I saw you in Texas.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to take the excitement and the energy and bring it back to Texas, bring it back to DFW, to Dallas County, and just really start working more on a local level.
The Texas delegate from Dallas has been detailing her jam-packed week in Milwaukee via videos and a plethora of pictures. I spoke with her before she left for Wisconsin and again while she was at the RNC for the first time.
It's electrifying. It truly is an incredible experience. I'm so humbled to be here right now, to be a part of history.
USA! She is one of the 161 Texas delegates who cast their vote, officially making Donald Trump the Republican presidential nominee for the third time.
I proudly accept your nomination for president.
Thursday night's speech was the first time the former president spoke publicly since his brush with death, a topic many anticipated for him to cover.
And you'll never hear it from me a second time because it's actually too painful to tell.
I am skeptical about the fact that we've heard the last from Trump about that day.
Matthew Wilson, a political science professor at SMU, says Trump essentially gave 2 speeches Thursday night.
It was long enough to be 2 speeches.
He says the first part was good at addressing the attempt on his life and honoring the man killed at his rally. But then the second half,
drill, baby, drill, and close our borders,
became a kind of rambling stream of consciousness Trump campaign rally type of speech where he hit on a variety of themes that those in the audience would like, but that aren't going to necessarily resonate so powerfully with undecided voters.
We love you, Trump!
Yvette went to the RNC in hopes of meeting Trump. Not that Trump, or that one. But she got close. In North Texas, Blessing Iwuchukwu, Spectrum News. The last 6 months have been littered with first-time experiences for AJ Yvette. When Spectrum News first met the Dallas woman, she was gearing up for her first trip to the Republican National Convention as a Texas delegate. Now the precinct chair for the Dallas County Republican Party is getting ready for yet another major milestone.
We're twins.
With her friend Dee Holly right by her side.
Well, I always knew I was going to go to the inauguration. At least I always saw myself there. minute we found out he won, I was like, book my flight. Literally the very next day. I booked my flight the next day. Before I even knew where I was gonna stay, I was like, I'm gonna be there, period.
Another North Texan who was eagerly awaiting her confirmation for her inauguration tickets is Sharon Henson.
Well, welcome to Trump country.
Yes, I love it.
Like Yvette, Spectrum News first met the chair of the Rockwall County Republican Party in July. She was also selected as a Texas delegate to the RNC for the first time.
To God be the glory.
The day after the November results, she and members of her party were on cloud nine. However, on Inauguration Day, what happened?
Well, we got the tickets, but then everything's going on in Rockwall and in Texas. Opening day was this week for the 89th session, and this is just going to be a busy, frantic sort of session, we think. Lots of bills already filed, over 2,000. We really wanted to go, but we had to commit to scheduling really 2 months ago in order to have rooms and get your flights when you wanted it.
Henson and members of her political party will instead host an inauguration watch party.
It's gonna be 20 degrees.
Which is how Yvette and Holly think their experience in D.C. will be during the ceremony.
The fact that they're moving it indoors, I mean, I feel better
Me
about
too.
that,
I
to
really
be
do
honest
too.
with you.
Due to the dangerously cold weather impacting D.C., Donald Trump moved his inaugural address and other festivities inside the Capitol Rotunda.
These are so important.
When Yvette and Holly return to North Texas on Tuesday,
For the swearing in,
you're still going to feel the chill,
We love you.
but with more memories of watching their candidate make history again.
you know, look.
In Dallas, Blessed Iwuchukwu, Spectrum News.
Where are you?
And Blessing is joining us now from Rockwall. Blessing, tell us what you're doing out there today.
Good morning, Alex and Charles. We're just a few short hours away for the watch party for Sharon Henson and the Rockwall County Republican Party. The event's going to happen at 10:30, and it's going to happen right here at Sideways. They're going to get here, start setting up, and this place is normally open in the afternoon, but they booked this for the private event that's going to last for a couple of hours, Alex and Charles.
Yeah, Blessing, the people that traveled to D.C., I'm sure they're getting settled in for the ceremony, even though they can't really attend. What do they have to say?
That's right, Charles. I actually just spoke with AJ this morning of how her experience has been since she landed in D.C. on Saturday. And from the phone call that we had, she said it's been like a scavenger hunt trying to get tickets for this event or get tickets for that ball. She attended the Black Tie and Boot Ball on Sunday, which is like a Texas theme event for those who got invited, who got tickets to attend the inauguration event. And that was quite a journey. She said that they've been out there kind of like freezing because it's cold there. It's cold right here and freezing to attend the event. So she's kind of settling in. And now she's just trying to figure out how she's going to watch the ceremony. As you heard in the story, that it was changed from an outdoor to an indoor event. And when I first spoke with her, she was kind of bummed about it a little bit because she's like, well, it doesn't mean that I guarantee that I'm going to get a ticket to actually attend. And when I spoke with her this morning, right now she's just trying to figure out how to get to a watch party, which she says is kind of hard because all of these events, I'm sure you expect there's going to be a lot of security for every single event happening in DC right now. And she was saying some of these watch parties, you need to have registered ahead of time. And I'm sure that that's something that was done before the switcheroo from outdoor to indoor, Charles and Alex.
Yeah, Blessing, in your story, she talked about buying her ticket to Washington the day after it was announced that Trump won the election. So it seems like just being up there for, the events, even if she can't attend the actual ceremony now that it is indoors, is it more just about being up there in D.C. physically for today's inauguration?
Absolutely, Alex. She says that she's just happy that she's going to be in the vicinity, in the same city, breathing the same air as everyone who are there, who traveled for the event today. And actually, she has one more ball that's later tonight. That's the Liberty Ball, and she's looking forward to that. But yeah, as of now, she's freezing cold and trying to kind of get her bearings ahead of the inauguration ceremony. Alex and Charles.
close to all the action. Blessing, thank you very much.
Some of the North Texas Democrats that I spoke with say the energy that they're feeling right now, the energy that's in this room, is something they haven't felt since 2018, and some say even as early as 2008. Kendall Scudder made a quick change to his front yard after the news that shook the political world made headlines.
I revere this office, but I love my country more.
President Joe Biden stepping aside for Vice President Kamala Harris.
Ready to debate Donald Trump.
Who's now leading the Democratic Party as the presidential nominee.
I had to take my Joe Biden sign out of my yard. So there will have to be great news for printing companies, bad news for the guy who printed a bunch of bootleg merch for the convention.
Speaking of conventions, Scudder is one of nearly 300 Texans representing the Lone Star State at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. At just 34 years old, the East Dallas man is what you could call a DNC veteran. He has been part of the major event for his party 4 times in a row.
It's pretty exciting. I am a political dork, and so I spend a lot of time and energy researching and collecting historic memorabilia from conventions. So it's really exciting to be a part of a big one. I was a delegate in the 2012 convention, which was a delight, but, not a lot of exciting stuff happening.
The same can't be said for this year.
Energy has changed.
Scudder is part of the funky East Dallas Democrats, also known as the Feds.
It's a good group, right?
They formed after former President Donald Trump won the 2016 election.
Which neighborhood's that?
Since then, members say they have been working to make sure it doesn't happen again.
I haven't kind of felt this enthusiasm since kind of in the 2018 election, so I'm really feeling pretty good about it.
The Feds flooded a Dallas restaurant for a previously scheduled postcard writing party. The first event of the year saw a sudden surge of volunteers following President Biden's surprise departure.
It's been exciting since Kamala announced to see our membership increasing, people requesting to join, and then this party. Our postcard party is amazing. The excitement is just, you can feel it. So every day we're getting requests to join our group.
It could not be more important for all of us to be standing together.
She says it's an increase in participation that's being seen in other Democratic groups.
It feels like the old days when we first started the Feds.
The results in November will show if the excitement made it to the voting booth.
I think we're going to win it.
In Dallas.
If you'd have asked me 2 weeks ago.
Blessing Iwuchukwu, Spectrum News. Whether Republican or Democrat, Texans and most Americans can all agree on one thing. Many woke up feeling very tired Wednesday morning, but one party pushed through the fatigue and is celebrating.
To God be the glory.
Despite getting very little sleep like many Americans waiting the election results.
Extremely worn out.
Not much sleep.
Sharon Henson and members of her party are on cloud 9.
I'm overwhelmed about what happened last night.
We knew this was historic.
Welcome to Trump country.
Yes, I love it.
That's the same phrase Henson has been proclaiming when Spectrum News first met her ahead of the Republican National Convention this summer.
Any way you look at it, this is a historic convention.
Promises made, promises kept.
And history was made, with Americans saying yes once again to President-elect Donald Trump.
Donald Trump becomes the first president to return to the White House since Grover Cleveland. So that's a pretty remarkable historical event. And, given the things that he has been through, having been twice impeached, surviving an attempted assassination, and then having been convicted of felonies, he's been through quite the odyssey. And to emerge now reelected as president is really a remarkable historical turn of events.
Political science professor Matthew Wilson equates the excitement Republicans are feeling Wednesday to what Democrats felt when President Joe Biden stepped down.
I love my country more.
Endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris.
This feels like 2008 energy. And so if we keep that same energy up, we know what happened in 2008. It can happen again in 2024.
The results show the excitement didn't quite make it to the polls.
We wanted a different outcome as it relates to the race of president. We wanted a different outcome as it relates to our U.S. Senate race, but we didn't quite get there.
So where do Democrats go from here after losing the presidency, the Senate, and lagging in control of the House?
A real period of soul searching for Democrats, but then also real thoughtfulness for Republicans about what they want to do with this majority.
We won all 8 races for the Court of Appeals.
That's left to be seen as Republicans continue to celebrate their party's historic wins, and as Democrats try to recover from the results.
God blessed America.
In Rockwall, Blessing Iwuchukwu, Spectrum News.
Okay, if everybody take their seat,
We got a really big